When the hostage crisis began, 23 people at Iron Fitness Gym were staring death in the face. Armed men stormed the gym, blocked the exits, and police hadn't arrived yet. That's when the young trainer Tyler Mason turned to the terrified members and said calmly, "Follow me, I'll get you out of here." His movements, the terminology he used, his tactics, these weren't things any fitness trainer would know. Tyler Mason had been working at Iron Fitness Gym in downtown Phoenix for 3 years. At 27, he was the most popular trainer in the facility. Friendly, patient, always encouraging his clients to push beyond their limits. His morning boot camp classes were legendary, and his afternoon strength training sessions were always fully booked. "Tyler's amazing," said regular client Sarah Williams. "He makes everyone feel like they can conquer the world. Super positive energy, never loses his cool, even with the most difficult members." Tyler's routine was consistent. Arrive at 5 a.m. for opening, lead morning classes, do personal training sessions, close the gym at 10 p.m. He lived in a modest apartment nearby, drove a used Honda Civic, and seemed to live for fitness and helping others achieve their goals. The other trainers liked working with Tyler, but noticed he was different. While they talked about parties and dating, Tyler kept conversations focused on work. When they complained about difficult clients, Tyler remained calm and solution-oriented. "Tyler's mature for 27, said gym manager Lisa Rodriguez. "Very professional, very organized. Sometimes I forget he's not management. He just handles everything so efficiently." What Lisa didn't know was why Tyler's efficiency looked so familiar to anyone who'd worked with military personnel. Tyler moved through the gym with the same systematic precision he'd once used to clear buildings in Afghanistan. Tyler Mason wasn't hiding a criminal record or a fake identity. He was hiding 6 years of service as Staff Sergeant Tyler Ghost Mason, 1st Special Forces Operational Detachment Delta. From 2016 to 2022, Tyler had served with Delta Force, America's most elite special operations unit. His specialty was hostage rescue and high-risk extractions in hostile environments. Over 6 years, he had participated in 47 classified operations across Iraq, Afghanistan, and Syria. His call sign Ghost came from his ability to move teams through dangerous territory without detection. Tyler could assess threats, coordinate tactical movements, and execute rescues with a success rate that made him legendary within the special operations community. But in 2022, during a hostage rescue operation in Syria, Tyler's unit was ambushed. 3 of his teammates were killed, including his best friend and partner, Sergeant Mike Torres. Tyler managed to complete the mission and save the hostages, but the trauma of losing his brothers in arms devastated him. He requested immediate discharge and disappeared into civilian life. The Army granted his request with full honors, but Tyler wanted nothing to do with his military identity. He moved to Phoenix, got certified as a personal trainer, and tried to build a life where life and death decisions were replaced by workout routines and meal plans. For 3 years, he had successfully buried Staff Sergeant Ghost Mason beneath the friendly persona of Tyler the trainer. But some skills never fade. They just wait for the moment when lives depend on them. Tuesday evening, Tyler was finishing his 7 p.m. strength training class. 15 members were present, ranging in age from 22 to 58, working through their final sets. The gym would close in 3 hours, and Tyler was planning to do his own workout after everyone left. At 7:43 p.m., 3 armed men burst through the front entrance of Iron Fitness. They wore dark clothing and ski masks, carried semi-automatic weapons, and moved with the coordination of people who had planned this carefully. This wasn't a robbery. It was something more calculated. "Everyone on the ground now," the lead gunman shouted. "Phones on the floor. Anyone moves, anyone screams, you die." The gym erupted in terror. Members screamed, dropped their weights, and scrambled for cover behind equipment. Tyler's training partner, 34-year-old accountant Mark Stevens, grabbed Tyler's arm. "Tyler, what do we do?" he whispered in panic. Tyler's transformation was instantaneous. Gone was the encouraging fitness trainer. Staff Sergeant Ghost Mason had returned, and his tactical mind was already working. "Stay calm," Tyler said quietly, his voice carrying an authority that Mark had never heard before. "Do exactly what I say." While other gym members were paralyzed with fear, Tyler was conducting a silent tactical assessment. 3 hostiles, Coordinated movement. Blocking main exit. Secondary exit through emergency door in locker room. 23 civilians. Ages 22, 58. Varying fitness levels. High panic potential. The gunmen were positioning themselves strategically. One by the entrance. One in the center of the gym floor. One near the front desk. They weren't random criminals. They had training. You. The leader pointed at gym manager Lisa Rodriguez. Open the safe. Empty the registers. You have 2 minutes. Lisa's hands were shaking as she moved toward the office. Tyler noticed the gunmen's positioning. Their communication patterns. Their weapon handling. These men had military or law enforcement backgrounds. But Tyler had something they didn't expect. 6 years of Delta Force training and 23 people whose lives now depended on skills he thought he'd left behind. Tyler began moving through the gym with calculated precision, using equipment to mask his movements, while quietly organizing the hostages. Sarah, he whispered to his regular client. When I signal, move toward the water fountains. Stay low. Tyler, what are you? Trust me. Tyler's voice carried absolute authority. Mark, you're going to help me move the elderly members toward the back exit. His regular clients stared at him. This wasn't the patient, encouraging trainer they knew. Tyler was moving and speaking like someone with tactical command experience. How do you know what to do? Whispered Jenny Kim, a 26-year-old nurse who'd been training with Tyler for 2 years. Different background than I mentioned. Tyler replied, scanning the gunmen's positions. Right now, I need you to help me keep everyone calm and quiet. Tyler quickly formulated an escape plan using the gym's layout to his advantage. The emergency exit in the men's locker room led to an alley behind the building. He could move small groups of hostages to that exit while keeping the gunmen focused on the main gym floor. Lisa's going to take longer than 2 minutes with the safe, Tyler explained quietly. That gives us a window to move people out. Tyler, Mark whispered urgently. You're talking like military. Are you poor? 6 years Delta Force. Tyler replied without elaboration. Staff Sergeant Tyler Mason. These aren't random criminals. They have training, but I have better training. The revelation hit his clients like a physical blow. Their friendly gym trainer was an elite special operations soldier. Why didn't you ever tell anyone? Sarah asked. Because I retired that life. Tyler replied. But right now, these people need Staff Sergeant Mason, not Tyler the trainer. Tyler's rescue operation was flawless. Using his knowledge of small unit tactics, he began moving hostages in groups of 3 toward the locker room exit. He used gym equipment to create visual barriers, and moved with the silent efficiency that had earned him the call sign Ghost. First group, the 3 oldest members, ages 52, 58, who needed the most help and would move slowest. Mrs. Patterson, Mr. Johnson. Follow Jenny. Stay low. No talking. Exit through the men's locker room. There's an emergency exit that leads to the alley. Second group, younger members who could move quickly and quietly. Mark, Sarah, take David and Michelle. Same route. Once you're outside, call 911 and tell them there are armed hostiles inside with remaining hostages. Tyler's tactical coordination was so smooth that the gunmen didn't notice the hostage count decreasing. He kept the remaining members positioned to maintain the illusion of full occupancy. By 8:15 p.m., Tyler had successfully evacuated 18 of the 23 hostages. Only 5 people remained in the gym. Tyler, Lisa still at the safe, and 3 elderly members who hadn't been able to move quickly enough. That's when the gunmen realized what was happening. Where is everyone? The leader shouted, scanning the gym. There were more people here. Tyler stepped forward, positioning himself between the gunmen and the remaining hostages. His military bearing was now fully evident. They left when you weren't paying attention, Tyler said calmly. The lead gunman pointed his weapon at Tyler. Who the hell are you? Someone who's dealt with people like you before, Tyler replied. For the first time since entering the gym, the gunman looked uncertain. Tyler wasn't cowering like a civilian. He was standing like someone who understood combat. The evacuated hostages had called 911, and Phoenix SWAT was now surrounding the building. Through the windows, Tyler could see tactical teams positioning themselves for entry. You've got about 2 minutes before SWAT comes through those doors, Tyler informed the gunman. You can surrender now, or you can face officers who are trained exactly like I was trained. Trained like what? The leader demanded. Delta Force. Staff Sergeant Tyler Mason. 6 years 47 operations. I know how this ends. The gunmen exchanged glances. They had expected to terrorize civilians, not face someone with elite military training. Tyler's calm authority and tactical expertise had shifted the entire dynamic. Instead of panicked hostages being controlled by armed criminals, the situation had become a standoff between trained personnel. Look, Tyler said to the leader, SWAT's outside. Your escape routes are compromised. The smart play is to surrender before this becomes a firefight. When Phoenix SWAT entered the gym, they found Tyler coordinating with the gunmen for a peaceful surrender. His military experience had de-escalated what could have been a massacre. All 3 gunmen surrendered without firing a shot. All remaining hostages were unharmed. SWAT Commander Robert Martinez debriefed Tyler after the incident. Sergeant Mason, that was exceptional tactical work. How many hostages did you evacuate? 18 successfully extracted, 5 secured until your arrival. Tyler reported with military precision. Why didn't you engage the hostiles directly? Mission objective was hostage preservation, not hostile elimination. Extraction was the safer tactical choice. Commander Martinez nodded with respect. You saved lives today. News of Tyler's heroic actions spread quickly through Phoenix. Gym trainer reveals Delta Force training. Saves 23 hostages became the story that defined the incident. His gym clients were stunned. Sarah Williams told reporters, "We had no idea. Tyler was just this super supportive trainer. Turns out he was literally trained to save lives." Iron Fitness became a media sensation, but Tyler tried to avoid attention. He attempted to return to normal training sessions, but everything had changed. Tyler Lisa Rodriguez said during a staff meeting, "The clients look at you differently now. They know who you really are." "I'm the same person." Tyler replied, "No, you're not. Your Staff Sergeant Tyler Mason, who happens to work as a trainer." 6 months after the hostage crisis, Tyler received an offer from Phoenix Police Department to become their tactical fitness instructor, helping train SWAT officers and emergency responders. "I can finish my military service in a different way," Tyler explained to Lisa when he gave his notice at Iron Fitness. "You're leaving personal training. I'm expanding it. Instead of helping people get physically strong, I'll help first responders stay operationally ready." 1 year later, Tyler opened Tactical Fitness Phoenix, a training facility specifically designed for law enforcement, firefighters, and military personnel. His programs combined physical fitness with tactical conditioning and stress management. Many of his former Iron Fitness clients followed him to the new facility. "Tyler saved our lives," Mark Stevens said. "Now we want to train with someone we know will always have our backs." Tyler also began working with veteran organizations, helping former special operations personnel transition to civilian careers, while maintaining their tactical skills. Today, Tyler Mason operates one of the most respected tactical fitness programs in Arizona. Phoenix SWAT regularly trains at his facility, and his methods are being adopted by emergency response teams across the Southwest. The hostages from Iron Fitness stay in touch. They call themselves Tyler's Squad, and credit him with showing them what real leadership looks like under pressure. Tyler's story reminds us that heroism often hides behind everyday professions. Sometimes the most qualified person to handle a crisis is the one you'd least suspect. And sometimes, the skills we think we've left behind become the tools we use to protect our community when it matters most. The gym trainer who revealed Delta Force training teaches us that service never really ends. It just finds new forms and new people to protect. This story was brought to you by The Story Begins. If you know someone who carries extraordinary skills in ordinary places, share their story in the comments. Subscribe to honor those who serve others, whether in special operations or gym training, and help keep these incredible stories alive.